Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I hope all of you are well and hearty. Under the supervision of our honorable principal sir, we have been regularly taking online classes. This is Rajiv Kumar Dash, Assistant Professor of English, 29 TCS, Baghat Government Mahila College, Baghat. We are discussing changing sentences. In our last class, we discussed a few examples, and today we are going to continue. So today we are going to discuss simple sentences, complex sentences and compound sentences. So let us first know which sentences are simple sentences. So look at the whiteboard. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence is a sentence which has only one subject and one finite verb. Now, what is a finite verb? A finite verb is a verb which shows the action clearly or which shows the meaning of the sentence clearly. For example, doing the work, I went out. Here, doing the work, কাজটি করে. This phrase doesn't end the action, or this phrase doesn't show the complete meaning. But when I say I went out, this phrase went out conveys the clear meaning. So doing is a non-finite verb. Doing is a non-finite verb, and went out is a finite verb. A simple sentence has only one finite verb. It may have 1, 2, 3, 4 or many non-finite verbs, but it will have only one finite verb. Only one, went out. I went out. This is the main sentence. And what is added with this? Doing the work. This is an example of a simple sentence. Doing the work, I went out. Now, if I write when I did the work, I went out. Here, I did the work. This is a complete clause. And I did. Doing doesn't show any clear meaning. But did, I did. It completes the action. So in the first sentence, the action of the verb was the complete, doing. But in the second sentence, the action of the verb is complete. It is called Samapika Kriya in Bengali, or in English it is called finite verb. When I did the work, I went out. This sentence is a complex sentence. This is an example of a complex sentence where there are more than one finite verbs, and more than one. The subject is same, but it is used twice. I, two subjects, two finite verbs, did and went out. So the second one is an example of a complex sentence. The first one is an example of a simple sentence because doing is a non-finite verb. I have written the same sentence in two forms. First one is doing the work, I went out. The second one is when I did the work, I went out. Here, I went out is the principal clause, the main clause, and when I did the work is dependent on the principal clause. This is called subordinate clause. So when in a sentence there is a principal clause and a subordinate clause or more than one subordinate clauses, the sentence is called a complex sentence. Now, what is a compound sentence? The second one is complex sentence. Now, I am going to discuss compound sentence. So now I am going to discuss compound sentence. In a simple sentence, we had only one subject and one finite verb. In a complex sentence, we had more than one subjects and more than one finite verbs, a principal clause and one or more subordinate clauses. In a compound sentence, we do not have any principal clause or subordinate clause. We have only coordinated clauses, which are joined by conjunctions like and, but, or. And, but, or. These are the three principal conjunctions of compound sentences. Let us see the examples. I did the work and went out. I did the work and went out. I did the work is a clause. Went out. I went out. It is another clause. The two clauses are joined by the conjunction and. Here the sentence is a compound sentence. So compound sentence is the combination of two or more coordinated clauses. Now how can we transform one sentence to another sentence? We have to at first look at the meaning of the given sentence. Then we have to look at the structure. There are some there are some phrases which are complementing with some conjunctions or some clauses. We have to find out that. According to structure, we can analyze that. And after that, we have to write the transformed version of the sentence. Let me give you an example. If you read regularly, you will do well in the exam. So what kind of sentence is it? It is a complex sentence. If the two sentences, you will do well in the exam, principal clause, dependent clause, if you read regularly. Now, if I am asked to convert it into a simple sentence, what will I do? At first, look at the structure. It is combined with the conjunction if. When you see if and you are asked to convert it into simple, you have to think that I have to use the preposition by. If there is a complex sentence with if, I will have to use either by or in case of. Either by or in case of. When by, if the action is done by the same subject, you, here also you. I will use by. And when in case of, I will give another example for that. So let us do it with by. So by, If is omitted here, it will not be used. By. Now let us make the finite verb. Let us convert the finite verb into non-finite. Read. To make a finite verb non-finite, we can add ing and make it gerund. Read, reading. Do, doing. Come, coming. Or we can add infinitive, to. But that is rare case. In fact, we use infinitive in particular meanings. Maximum times we use ing. So by reading regularly, and the next clause is the same. You will do well in the examination. Now, if I am asked to make it compound, what will I do? While transforming into compound, we have to at first select a conjunction. Which conjunction I will use? And, but, or. There are three options. I have to choose the best one. If you have if, there is no contradictory meaning. So we cannot use but. There is no either or option. So we cannot use or. So here we have to use and. Maximum times we use and. Only if there is contradictory statements we use but. And if there is two options, do or die, he will come here or I will be upset. In these cases we use or. Otherwise we often use and. So which one is first? In compound sentence the first action is written first. Which one is first? Read regularly. Read regularly. And. Sorry, no comma here. And the second clause is as usual the same. And you will do well in the examination. Or do well in the examination. You may omit you because it is omitted here as well. Read regularly and do well. Exam. So this is an example of a compound sentence. How have we done it? We have omitted the conjunction if and used and and what else have we done? Just omitted the main subject you because you is not used at the beginning of a sentence. Read regularly and do well in the examination. Now when we use in case of, another complex sentence, if you fail to come in time, you will be angry. Look at the structure. There are two different subjects here, you and he. In this case, if you use by, it will be a funny sentence. By your failing to come in time, he will be angry. There is no exact meaning of that sentence. So in this case, I have to use in case of. So instead of by, we are using in case of. And the thing is, there are two subjects, so I have to make it clear which subject I am using. So you, it will not be omitted here. But before a gerund, we cannot use nominative case. We have to use possessive case. What is the possessive case of you? Your. Now fail. Fail is a verb. You can add ing failing, but it is better to use a noun if there is a noun of the verb. There is a noun of the verb. Fail. Failure. In case of your failure to come. Failure to come. There is no problem with to come. To come is an infinitive. Infinitive and infinitives are non-finite verbs. In case of your failure to come, the second sentence is the same. He will be angry. So these are some examples of transformation from simple sentence to complex sentence, or complex sentence to simple sentence, or complex sentence to compound sentence. Let me give another example. If I am asked to make it compound, what will I write? If you fail to come in time, he will be angry. Can we make it compound? In this case, which conjunction will we use? In this case, we may use or. There are options. If you do not do something, something will happen in these cases. So come in time, or he will be angry. Come in time, or he will be angry. So these are some examples of transformation. We will continue it in our next class as well. So pray to God that all of us remain healthy and hearty, and this pandemic goes away as soon as possible. So let us pray to God that we can come to normal life. With that hope, let us end the class. Goodbye.